Good morning, students. And well, in these holidays and coronavirus disease, all of you are doing well and safe in home. And take precautions. Don't go outside unnecessarily. So here we'll start second PUC classes with a video form. So it is a good experience. Okay, let's see how it effective. So first, before going to the second year topics, let's recall about first year topics. So in first year we have learned many things. So hope you all remember few of things. I think so. So let's recall those. So from first chapter we know about dimensions. Very important topic is dimensions. So dimensions is nothing but what? So dimensions is represented in the basic form of physical quantity, mass, length and time. So it is kept in a square bracket while raising the powers for corresponding to the value of the physical quantity. Depending on the value of physical quantity, we are raising a power. So that it is called as a called as a dimensions. Here m1 means nothing but kg it is there. L t power minus means nothing but velocity. Mass into velocity representation is raised powers as m1 l1 t power minus 1. Similarly, for tomorrow's topic, you have to tell me that dimension for force, dimension for acceleration, dimension for velocity and the dimensions for displacement, dimensions for power, dimensions for work done and dimensions for energy. So before come to the second year, you have to know what are the dimensional formulas for regarding some of the physical quantities. So these. So tomorrow you have to must tell me these dimensional formulas. Just put it in the WhatsApp. Okay, already we have made a group. Just put the values, take a picture or photo, then put those values, send a photo in a WhatsApp group. Okay, clear? Understood? So now after this dimension, next chapter comes as a motion in a straight line. That is a motion in a straight line. Means any object, if it is under a motion, definitely it changes its displacement or a distance. Right? It changes its velocity or speed, both are same. But samely it is direction dependence. And acceleration is changes when its acceleration is also impact on it whenever the object is moving. So whenever the object is moving, so these quantities are mainly depends on the moving body. So now whenever the object is moving, displacement, velocity, acceleration, whatever it takes, it has a definite formulas. So displacement, it is defined as what? Shortest distance between the initial position and final position. Shortest means suppose if the object is traveling here and here like this. This is A initial point, B is the final point. This is not A to B, whatever it is traveled, that comes under a path length. The distance, the shortest distance between A and B, whatever it is there, that it is called as a displacement. So displacement always it is written as what? x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. x2 is what here? x2 is the final position, x1 is the initial position. Subtraction of these two will give us as a displacement. Distance is what? The same concept, it is comes with a plus value. Distance, that is x1 plus x2 is called as a distance. Distance, displacement, there is a lot of differences there. Displacement is the shortest distance between the final position to the initial position, that it is called as a displacement. This displacement ds or d whatever or dx whatever you call, so this plays a very important role in an second year physics. So therefore I represented here. So displacement is a scalar or a vector, right, isn't it? You have to know what is a scalar, what is a vector. So displacement is a scalar or vector. So displacement is a vector quantity. It shows us a direction. Okay. So next is of velocity. Velocity is equals to distance divided by time taken. Acceleration is nothing but velocity divided by time taken. That is here x1, x2 minus x1 divided by t minus t2 minus t1. We are writing in the previous year classes. So velocity is nothing but v2 minus v1 divided by t2 minus t1. So these are the concept comes in a straight line, motion in a straight line. So along with this we have learned some other question, that is a relative motion or relative velocity. So already we know that relative velocity. What is the meaning of relative? Relative means it is one with respect to the other. So if the object is moving one, if I am observing, means whatever I am having a velocity with respect to the other object. So that it is called as a relative velocity. So if A is a particle, it is moving with some velocity Va, and B is the velocity of a particle, it is moving with Vb. Right? Means Va is nothing but a me, and Vb is nothing but a object, that is a bird is moving. So along with my movement, I am observing a bird, how it is moving. That it is called as a relative velocity. Means relative with respect of with respect of me to the bird. So that it is called as a relative velocity. Vr is equals to Vab is equals to Va minus Vb. A with respect of B. Means what we are seeing the object in motion with respect of what, that it is called as a relative velocity. Clear? So next we have some of the kinematic equations comes in a motion in a straight line. So let's recall those. That is kinematic equation V is equals to U plus AT, and another one is called as a V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. S is equals to UT plus half AT square. Just we are recalling here with the previous year topics. I am not explaining all those. So V, U, A, T and S is represented as a V is the final velocity, U initial velocity, A acceleration, T time and S is the displacement here. So now another thing it is, these are kinematic equations, very important further. So next chapter we mainly discuss about, that is a motion in a plane, the same concept, the same values which are in the next chapter. A small slight difference it is there, that is a direction. We are putting for velocity bar, we are putting displacement bar. So what it is represent? That represent as a vector. So if any quantity, if F it is written on that, it is noted as a bar, nothing but a force is a vector quantity. If any vector, if it is not written anything on top of that, then it is not a vector, right? So then what is meant by vector quantity? What is meant by scalar quantity? Vector quantity and scalar quantity. In a simplest way I can say it as, vector it has both magnitude and direction. Scalar, it doesn't have direction, only it has of magnitude. So how simplest way we can understand a vector, means which we can say it as it has a direction, or which it is not having a direction. How we could now come to know? So vector here it is considered as, suppose take it as some example. We don't know whether it is a vector or a scalar. I'm just taking a time. Time I don't know whether a vector or scalar. So in generally, how we are explaining time? So you all know about time. How we are explaining? We are explaining time as a scalar or a vector. Means a time, if I am saying 1 hour, I am saying whether the time is going on north side, or I am saying as on west side, east side. It doesn't require this. Whatever maybe it is, but time it has only of magnitude. It doesn't representing a direction which it is. Means if I just draw a clock here, if it is showing arrow marks, means their needles are locating in a different direction, it doesn't mean as it has direction. Why we are saying it is 12:10, right? Isn't it? 10:10, like that. So means it doesn't have direction, which direction it is. It doesn't have which direction, whether time is going in this direction. No, it is not a proper answer. Means time doesn't have a direction. Means time comes under a scalar quantity. Clear? So now another one is vector quantity. Vector quantity example, so many are there. In that, firstly we will consider very basic quantity as area. Area is a scalar or vector, right? Whether area is a scalar or vector, it is a vector quantity. So now area is a vector quantity. So now come to the some three-dimensional way. I am representing x, y, z. So it has a unit vectors I cap, j cap, k cap. So I have just taken a plane. I have just taken a plane, that is this is x, y, z direction. I am just placing a plane with certain angle theta, right? I am placing a plane with an angle theta. Means here x, whatever x component it is measured, the angle of projection if I draw, it is along this direction, it is cos theta, it comes along this direction, it comes as a sin theta, right? So along this, so whatever this it has, the same thing it has this also. So therefore here sin theta and cos theta term it comes. So along this direction, if I say it as some xi cap value. So if it is a plane in a rectangle surface, then definitely the breadth into length into breadth, right? Some any rectangle surface area, it becomes as a length into breadth. But length and breadth are moving in which direction? Are there in which direction? Here x is along I cap direction plus y is along j cap direction. So the plane of area, not plus here, it is into. So x and y are the components, magnitude. I and j as what here? I and j are the unit vectors along x and y direction. So now represent I cross j is nothing but k cap. I cross j is nothing but k cap. So now therefore this actually it is drawn as xyz direction, okay. But I have took a for simplicity a simple example in terms of I and j. So x, y are the components or the magnitudes of plane, and I and j are the unit vectors. Cross product of this will get as a k cap. So here xy is the magnitude, k is the vector. So therefore A is nothing but a vector quantity. Area is the vector quantity. Clear? Okay. So tomorrow we'll come with the rest on topic. So we'll see you soon again. Thank you.